If you want to be successful in cybersecurity, one of the big tricks I learned is be a yes person. Say yes, yes, yes instead of no, no, no. And let me explain. When I first started working in cybersecurity in the late 80s, early 90s, things were a lot different. And I remember showing up my first day at the CIA, and after all my orientation and training, I go to the security team, and there's an older gentleman, like with a gray beard and really smart and wisdom, and he's gonna train me up and teach me about cybersecurity. So he says, Eric, let's go for a walk. And as we're going for a walk, he puts his arm around me and goes, son, let me tell you how things are gonna work. He goes, we're gonna send you to meetings. And in those meetings, you should take notes, and you should focus intensely and really look like you're paying attention. And then at some point in the meeting, they're gonna ask you, can we do this in security? Do we have security's approval to implement this project? And at that point, you should think, nod your head a little bit, and say no. No matter what they ask, no matter what they say no. And then he said, most people at that point will go away, because most of these projects are crazy and nuts and they shouldn't be implemented, and you saying no basically kills it and you're fine. Now, if you get brought back a second time to the same meeting where they say, we'd like to talk to you again, we'd like to revisit this scenario and go through the whole analysis again, this time think a little harder, nod your head a little more, and go back and look at them and say, I still can't approve this. No, it's not secure. I still can't allow this project to happen. And then he said, most people will go away. He goes, and then if they come back a third time and they go, Eric, can you really consider this? We really need it. It's really important. Then you could say, okay, I will check with my bosses and let you know, and then bring it back to me and the team, and we'll give it analysis and see whether this should move forward or not. That was the approach to security in the 90s. Now, we can debate whether that was good or bad, and we can debate whether it worked or not. But I will tell you right now, that approach to security does not work today, and the reason is simple. If you get brought into a meeting and you get asked about security, should we do this? Can we do this in the name of security? And you say no, all that means is they're not going to invite you to the meeting. They're going to do it anyway. They're just going to make it a covert mission, and you're not going to find out about the project until the train has left the station and you can no longer stop it. So it might be hard, it might be difficult, but my advice I give you today is if you get brought into any meeting, no matter how crazy the idea is, and they say, can we do this in the name of security? Your answer should be, yes, but we need to put compensating controls. Yes, but we will work with you on an appropriate solution. And now by being positive and saying yes, you'll be included in the meetings, you'll be included in the analysis. Now, if it gets to the point where this project is just totally absurd and it's going off the rails quickly and it is not secure and they're not listening to you, at least you're involved. And yes, you can then go up to your boss, you can then go up to the executives and say, listen, I've been involved with this project. I really don't think it's a good idea. They're not spending money where we need to, and this is too big a risk, but at least you're engaged in the process. So yes, sometimes you might need to kill projects. Sometimes people might not listen to you, but you should do that at the end, not at the beginning. In the beginning, be open-minded and always remember, cyber security should be a business enabler.